Hey everyone, it's David, and this video is in response to a couple emails and messages that I've been getting about making your top 3 notes on your ocarinas more clear and more resonant. So to show you all how to do this, I'm going to use 3 ocarinas from STL. I'm going to use my soprano in the key of C, my alto in the key of F, and my tenor or alto C ocarina. So to start, I'm going to be using the soprano. And generally, whenever you're playing whatever ocarina you have, what you do is you start blowing softly on the low notes, and as you progress up the scale, you blow stronger and stronger until you reach the high note. And doing this makes the top note, in general, in pitch. First, I'm going to show you what happens when you blow softly on all the notes. The problem with that is on the very top 3 notes, it's a little bit under pitch, it's flat, and it actually wasn't that bad with this ocarina. But that's what usually happens, is that the top 3 notes are flat because people think they have to blow, they can only blow the same. But this is what it's supposed to sound like when you increase your breath as you progress up the scale. Now, as a consequence of blowing harder, it will get louder, and depending on which ocarina you use, the soprano hurts a little bit. But that's what you're supposed to do with all ocarinas as a general rule, is build on your breath as you progress up the scale. And the same thing applies with the alto. But the difference with the alto is that when you get to the very top note, it's like a fine balancing act with using the right amount of air. If you use too little, it's flat, but if you use too much, you're going to get something called ocarina squeak, and I'll let you hear what that sounds like. I'm going to blow too much on purpose. That's not pleasant to listen to, but now I'm going to blow under pitch, so this is going to be blowing a little too softly. It's definitely flat. So this is my attempt to get it in pitch, blowing the right amount of air. To check to see if you're in pitch, this position right here is 1 octave below your highest pitch on the 12th hole. So if you blow this first, and then blow your highest one, they should be the same. So, okay, so that's what you got to do. You have to just figure out, play with your ocarina, figure out what the right amount of air is, and then practice that so that you get used to knowing how much air to blow into it. Now, with the tenor or alto C ocarina, it's very difficult to get the top 3 notes sounding clear and resonant. But Mr. Min-Soo Kim of Maparam Ocarinas was kind enough to share a technique called the Acute Bend, and he forwarded that to Kissing88 here on YouTube, and Kissing posted it on ocarinasunited.org. So now I'm going to share it with you. And what you have to do is you have to tilt your head forward as if you're bowing to somebody, and then with your ocarina like that, you pull it into your chest. Sit up. Pull the ocarina into your chest so that the holes are facing outward, the flipple hole is facing towards your chest, and you're going to want to put it about 10 centimeters of space between the ocarina and your chest. And then you simply walk up the scale. Now, what people usually run into when they don't use the acute bend is the top notes are very muffled, sometimes under pitch, and I'll let you hear what that sounds like. Now, when you try to remedy this by blowing harder, like with the alto, it doesn't get clearer. In fact, it just becomes sharper. So I'll let you hear that. Not so much of an ocarina squeak as with the alto, but it does become sharper, and that you don't want that. So you do want the acute bend to make it more clear and resonant. And there's actually a scientific explanation for this. I'm not sure I fully understand that, but I'm going to read it to you so that maybe if you're familiar with this kind of stuff. Here we go. The reason for this has to do with the characteristics of frequency. It has to do with the frequency between 1000 Hz and 1500 Hz, and the air pressure inside the ocarina. When the air coming out of the sound hole touches your chest, it will increase the interior air pressure, enabling the ocarina to vibrate well, giving a clean, resonant tone. So, that might make sense to you, but it works. So again, the Acute Bend only works with alto C or tenor ocarinas. This is how it works. Hopefully this has helped you. If it hasn't, you can post a comment below or send me an email, not a message on YouTube, and I'll see if I can help you any further. Thanks.